Colleagues, a very good morning to you all. I'm going to talk on I've titled my talk, Never Stop Dreaming. Before I talk, I want to first appreciate the university for inviting me this morning to share a few words of wisdom. And to the Dean, Executive Dean, and staff of the faculty, I want to say the following to you. In your midst, you have the brains that will shape our country in the future. Impart to them the knowledge and skills that they need. I say, probably the engineering solutions of the past were sufficient to take us to the present. The solutions we need for the future are yet to be designed. And the brains you have in this room today are the ones that will design a different future for us, a new normal. To the students, being enrolled at the University of Johannesburg has opened the door for you to pursue your dream. From the bottom of my heart, I want to congratulate you for this opportunity. I remember a time when I was recruited by the Tshwane University of Technology to head their research and innovation unit. When I got there, the first thing I did was to work out in my mind, what am I here to do? What am I here to achieve? My dream. And what I did was to scan the university environment in South Africa. I went through all the university and studied their performance with respect to research and innovation. And UJ stood out. It was a university that was performing well, and not only that, was growing. And as a result, I crafted my dream, and I made a poster. And not only did I stop by making a poster in our office complex, I sent these posters to each and every faculty research office. And it was a simple poster, a very simple statement, beat UJ. That was my dream. And I'm glad to say I was doing well. I was inching closer, and UJ came for me, and they snapped me and brought me here. So you are in a great place. You are in a good place, and I congratulate you for that. This is the place where dreams come true. This is the place where the future you have imagined for yourself will be realized. When I look around the hall, I see all bright minds, destined for great achievement. There is one thing I can assure you, you are all going to be successful. But be mindful of this statement. Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at something that does not really matter. I've been at many universities. Most students, if not all, will succeed. But the question is, are you succeeding in something that matters? There are many things in this environment you can succeed on. There are many things you can build your reputation, be known for. But as you sit here, there's one thing I know. You are here because you have a dream. You are here because there's something you desire. There's something you want to achieve. And the challenge you'll face is to keep that in focus, in the light of all the things that may distract your interest. There was a time when I was building my house for the family. And that is a big project. I went to an architect and I said, please draw me the picture of the completed project. I want to see it. So he drew the plans and then he drew me the artist's impression of the completed house. I took that picture and I framed it in my bedroom with permission from my wife. I framed it in my bedroom, and as I was working out, how do I raise money? How do I get the different people who are going to build this house for me? There are days where I came back home disappointed because when I checked the work and look at what they'd done, it was disaster. But, and the thought would come in my mind that, maybe I shouldn't go through this. I must just buy a completed house. But when I stepped into my bedroom and looked at the picture of the completed project, I was revitalized. I said, I will do this. I can do this. One of the things probably in the short term, your short-term goal, you are here because at the end of the day, you want to walk away with a certificate. Next to it, some small letters, cum laude. Maybe if you had a sample certificate with your name in it, a dummy certificate, framed and hanged in your room, it will keep you focused. Because there's a chance you might succeed in something that really doesn't matter. But right now, you want to succeed in what you came here for. An author by the name of Harriet Tubman once said, always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. In our country, we've got problems with electricity, problems with water, problems with sanitation, problems with transportation. And that is why I say here we have the brains that will crack the new normal for our country. While our current engineers are trying to get us back to normal, you should be crafting a new normal for our country. And Walt Disney, whom most of you already know his products, once said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And I want to talk a bit and answer the question, what is a dream? What is a dream? A dream is an inspiring picture of the future that energizes your mind. It's something that stands and draws you to it. A dream is a seed of possibility planted in the soul of a human being, which calls him to pursue a unique path to the realization of his purpose. Inside of you, there's a dream. Inside of you, there's a dream. There's a hope. There's a vision inside of you. The only challenge is this dream can be squashed, can be destroyed. It can disappear. And there are so many factors that stand against us trying to wipe away our dreams. Yes, sometimes a test will come back and the marks will be so disappointing that you will think of quitting. But I'm here today to encourage you to say, never stop dreaming. Never allow your dream to die. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dream. So inside of you, there's something superior. And you need to know this. Your dream is bigger or is superior to circumstances. Circumstances will arise either at the university, either outside, around your family, around your community, that appears to squash your dream, make you give up hope. But never allow that to happen. Let me tell you a story that was told by a DJ, a radio DJ, a guy who grew up knowing in his heart that he's destined to be a radio DJ. So at some point he went to the local radio station to look for a job. He saw the station manager, asked for the job. Station manager said, no, we don't have any opening. We don't have a job for you. This guy said, okay, thank you very much. Appreciate your time. He left. The next day he came back again, said, station manager, I'm looking for a job. Station manager says, weren't you here yesterday? He said, oh yes, I was here yesterday. So why are you here now? I told you yesterday there was no job. He said, sir, that was yesterday. I don't know, maybe today somebody resigned, somebody died, I don't know. All I know is that I'm looking for a job. The manager said, okay, we still don't have nothing yet. He came back again the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, and finally the manager said, hey, I can't get rid of this guy. He said, you know what, let me just give you a job just to clean around here, pick up the papers and make sure everything is tidy. He got the job, not what he wanted, but very close. So he took that job. After 3 weeks of working there, he says he was working on a weekend. And the guy who was on air had a bottle of something strong next to him, occasionally taking a sip. So as he was busy cleaning, walking past, looking through the glass, busy praying that I hope he takes more and more sips. And that's what happened. Finally, the station manager from home called him and said, look, there's a problem with our DJ there. Are you ready to take over? It was music in his ears. He jumped at the opportunity. And he was one of the top radio DJs in the US. Never gave up. Never gave up. Sorry. So we must never stop dreaming. Dreams provide the nourishment for our souls the same way food provides nourishment for the body. But when we see our dreams being shattered, when we see our dreams being made impossible, when we see our dreams being taken away, we feel so discouraged and so disappointed. That can happen in life. But I like what Brian Tracy said. All successful people, men and women, are big dreamers. You can think of politicians who are successful. They had a dream. You can think of scientists, engineers who are successful. They had a dream. They pursued that dream. And in those early years, they were even mocked for their dreams. But they never gave up their dreams. I want to share these 3 points with you. Nothing splendid has ever been achieved except by those who dared believe that something inside of them was superior to circumstances. What that means, even when things are challenging, you must believe that this which I came here to achieve, I will achieve. Nothing must take away that from you. And allow nothing to take away that from you. I remember a time when I was doing my BSc at some university. And there's a course, mathematical course called real analysis. And I was starting my second year. So we wrote the first test. I really don't know what happened. But when the test came back, the lecturer stands there. It was marked out of 30. He said the lowest mark is 15 out of 30. When I got my script, I had 14 and a half. That was extremely disappointing. Disaster for an A-class student like me. Maybe to give you the picture, I got up till that time, the only first-class pass in that university for my BSc. So I was an A-class student. So for me, to be even lower than the lowest mark, because that's how it was announced, was disaster. Lots of thoughts came into my mind, but I was able to regroup and say, no, this is not it. Something went wrong. And the next two tests from that lecturer, it was all 100%. You can pull through. Even when times are hard, even when you think the lecturer has something against you, that happens. You think, no, it cannot be. You can still pull through. Keep to your dream. Never give up. We will be remembered for the dreams we lived out, not the dreams we had. If you want your dream to come true, do you want your dream to come true? Here is the fact. First, have a dream. And I sometimes ask this question, do you really have a dream? Because when you walk out of this place, you must ensure that you have a dream. You know, as I've mentioned, there is this one thing that happens to us all at some point. It happens to kings. It happens to presidents. It happens to all leaders, CEOs, vice chancellors, executive deans, lecturers, professors, students. It happens, and that is the urge to quit. The urge to quit. Never give up on your dream just because of time it will take to accomplish it. Time will pass away. Never give up your dream because it is expensive. Money will come. Never be distracted by circumstances. Circumstances change. These are the facts of life. You may be delayed in achieving your dream, but never give up. When evil takes away your dream, dream again. Dream again. No one will ever be too old to dream again. No one will ever be too old to set another goal. Lastly, I just want to list these 5 important things for living a successful life. Never stop dreaming. Never stop believing. Never give up. Never stop trying. And never stop learning. I thank you.